dalej w Black Mirror. No, Black Mirror. Jeszcze się ładuje. Co się zrobiło? No, dobra. Dobra, podglądzik na TikToku. Dobra, mam podglądzik. No raczej. Dzisiaj po prostu każdy live inna gra. Po prostu genialne. Wikali, obecność. I siebie też. Siema Ola. Miłego grania. Miłego grania wzajemnie. Dziękuję. Alan, miłego grania. Wspaniały dzień mam dzisiaj. Dziękuję chłopaki, dziękuję dziewczyny. Naprawdę you made my day today. Dziękuję. Naprawdę się cieszę, że was mam. Super dzień naprawdę dzisiaj jest. Super. Dawno takiego nie miałem. I to dzięki wam. Dzięki. Dobra. Koniec czułości i wzruszeń i... Zapisałem ci, Alan, obecność. Zapisałem. Od razu. Także możecie spokojnie wracać. Ale pewnie czekacie na mecza, to jesteście chwileczkę jeszcze. Dobra, Edwardzie, muszę sobie przypomnieć, co w ogóle mamy tutaj zrobić teraz. Nie pokazuję mojej teczki, żeby swobodnie, musimy zostać sami. Aha, wspomniała, że Konrad codziennie kupuje pączki. Dobra, czyli musimy wrócić na policję. Dziękuję. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that go on. Once more you open the door. Thank you. Dobra, gadamy z Edwardem.
Hi.
Good day, sir.
Good
You
day.
almost look like a waiter to me.
You're absolutely right, sir. My name is Edward.
Boże, jak tu jest gorąco. Wszędzie jest gorąco.
Do you know the inspector?
Of course. He's a very good customer. Perhaps a little too good. He likes to keep Denise from doing her work. And she likes being distracted.
So maybe it's not the right job for her.
On the contrary, sir. I tell her father time and again, she's absolutely the right woman for the job. Even the workmen from the castle come down here for a coffee. I really couldn't imagine anyone better for the job than her.
Okej, czekajcie, bo ciapuś coś chce.
What can you tell me about Willow Creek?
A quiet place. Bad for midwives, they'd find no work here, but ideal for authors, if they happen to write thrillers.
Yeah, or horror stories. It's a nice cafe you've got here.
Thank you, sir. I do all I can to keep it that way.
Aren't cafes a bit uncommon in England?
If you say so, sir. But I think this place deserves an alternative to that drunkard's dive over there.
You've got lots of photos of the people of Willow Creek in here. Have you got any of the Gordons?
Sorry, sir, but the Gordons do not keep company in these humble rooms.
Where do they keep company then?
As far as I know, they very rarely leave their estate. They used to go to church every Sunday, but it's been a long time since they've even done that.
I'd better be going.
Please do us the honor again soon, sir.
An access point to the sewer system. Brings back memories that I'd rather forget.
Mi też.
The sales girl was terrible. Constable Zach seems okay. Plays by the letter of the law and all that. Can I ask you something briefly?
Hmm?
Do you believe I set fire to the castle?
Well, Mr. Michaels, you claim to be Samuel Gordon's son, and you were at the scene of the crime with a smoldering torch in your hand.
I had that to defend myself with.
Against the mysterious secret order that nobody knows about and nobody's seen?
It's mentioned in the Gordon Chronicles.
500 years ago.
Forget it.
And then there was the thing with poor Miss Valley, right? We found your tracks at the scene of the crime.
I told you, forget it. Spooner, your inspector, is he always so nice?
I don't know. He was in the homicide department in London until half a year ago. Then, he got redeployed here as a punishment.
That explains a lot.
Since then, he's tried everything to get back out of here. He locks people up for the smallest of misdemeanors. Good for the statistics, you see.
And you can't do anything about it?
What does a bear do about the winter? He rolls himself up and sleeps until the spring comes.
Can you make a copy of my file and send it to my lawyer?
Didn't he get one ages ago?
He, wants to have the current version for the embassy.
Not possible.
Something wrong?
I'd forgotten. The copier gave up the ghost a few weeks back, but there's a new one on order.
Are you being serious?
It's not so bad. I have so little to do here, I could type up most of the documents.
I understand. So, would you be so kind as to type my file?
No.
And what if I fix that thing?
All right, then. You go and see what you can do with it.
How long are you gonna look for Angelina?
She'll be deemed missing until we find her.
Even if she's long since dead?
We haven't found a body yet, Mr. Michaels.
how involved were you in the investigation of my case?
I searched the sewer system and the bunker.
And you didn't find any clues?
No.
That just can't be true.
It's bloody dark down there, Mr. Michaels, and full of rats. Not for the faint-hearted.
Is there anything new on the kidnapping? Have you spoken to Tom, Bobby, or the kid in Wales?
According to the statement, Tom was at Alton Towers with Bobby at the time.
And you don't find it a little bit strange that those two went to a theme park?
The only strange thing was that Bobby was in hospital for 2 days afterwards with concussion. But we've got a medical certificate that proves that.
And what if Tom was lying?
We can't prove it. He had 2 tickets for the theme park and the paperwork from the hospital.
Damn. And the boy?
There's no one called Van Helsing in Wales.
Goodbye, Constable. It can't be that difficult to fix a copier. I studied it once. Well, kind of. What if we got here? The fuse has blown. Switch to turn it on, and you press the green button to copy. If I twist and connect the wires that work, it should be able to copy again.
Boże. Naprawdę? Ja się nie znam na elektronice. To są te 2 spalone. Okej. Wspaniale. Nie są spalone bezpieczniki? Bez sensu. Jeden, dwa, trzy. Czy to jest spalony bezpiecznik? W sensie coś tam? O co tu chodzi?
The wires that aren't cooked have to be hooked up to the power switch somehow.
Mhm. Boże. Aha, 1, 2. Co on powiedział?
The fuse is blown, but I can bypass that. Now, we just have to get the working data cables to fit.
Nie, to jest trudne. Dres w ogóle nie działa. Świetnie. Zrobił te 3 przepalone tutaj. O co tu chodzi? Hej! Pani Wąsik, obecność. Fantastycznie, że to teraz nie działa. Po prostu fantastycznie. Trzy, 2, 2. Te przepalone nic nie robią. Tu jest power. O co tu chodzi? Boże, jaka trudna zagadka. Dobra, teraz nie ma żadnych przewodów. Jak podłączę to z tym? To nie działa, tak. Czyli tu musi być ten. Kopiowanie to jest 1. Bardzo dziwne to jest. Jeden. Still doesn't work. O, czekajcie. 1, 1. I to muszę połączyć z tym. I teraz 1 z motherboard. Nie, still doesn't work. Ciapek, przestań! Głupawkę masz. O! Jest! Is it work? Nie, to jest potrzebne. Nie musi być tu. Zrobiłem?
The wires that aren't cooked have to be hooked up to the power switch somehow.
O co tu chodzi?
The fuse is blown, but I can bypass that. Now, we just have to get the working data cables to fit.
Mam prawie zrobione, ale jednak nie mam. O. To jest ruszalne. Nie. To musi być. To też musi być. To też musi być. Jest! Jest! Zrobiliśmy.
That should do it. Can I ask you something briefly?
Hmm?
The copier is working again.
Hmm?
Now, can you copy my file?
Sure. Then I'll send the copy to your lawyer. The copy of your file?
Then I can send it myself.
The inspector insists that no files can leave the building without authorization.
I see. Damn. Constable,
Mm-hmm.
when does the mail go? My lawyer needs the file as soon as possible.
I'll post it later on. It ought to be collected this afternoon.
Thanks. Goodbye, Constable.
I co?
Okay, this is my last chance to get my hands on the file. I somehow need to stop the letter from vanishing irretrievably into the mailbag. The mailbag is stretched over a kind of hanger. The mailbag is stretched over a kind...
Jest rozciągnięty na hakach.
The board is just the right size. It'll go straight on top of the mailbag, so that when the constable posts the letter, I can easily pull it out again.
No i świetnie. Dobrze. Dobrze. Easy.
It worked.
Super.
That moron Matt ripped up my diary. These are the only pages I can save. That moron Matt. These are the only... Let's see what's in here. Friday afternoon, 12:30. Oh, they must have discovered the body then. The time of death for Miss Valley was the previous evening, Thursday, between 10 and midnight. Cause of death, burned alive after a blow to the back of the head. Oh, grim. Witness interviews. Let's see. Not important. Saw nothing. It continues. Friday, 1837. Emergency services called out. At that time I was in the ruins of the old academy with Angelina, Lewis, and my mother. Then, Saturday, 12:06 a.m. Fire under control. At that time I was running from the ruins in the direction of the castle. 3 bodies were retrieved. Lady Eleanor Gordon, Edward Bartholomew Bates, the butler, and Sally Wood, the cook. 1 survivor. Lady Victoria Gordon.
Lady
Suffering
Victoria!
from severe smoke inhalation. Also on Saturday morning, 12:12 a.m., Darren Michaels arrested on suspicion of arson and murder of Miss Valley. Witness interviews on the subject unproductive, and Lady Victoria Gordon could not as yet be questioned. She remains in shock. After a 2-week period of hospitalization, was discharged of her own wishes to continue medical supervision at home. Hey, it says here that Murray can't remember having seen me in the hotel on Thursday evening. That can't be right. That was exactly when he threw me out of the hotel. Oh, the rat was lying. Just wait. Evidence still insufficient to charge, but strongly suspected of crime. Current state of the investigation. Darren Michaels' conduct, as well as his contradictory testimony, is currently being examined for plausibility by the psychiatric expert, Dr. Joyce Winnebon. Here's a note to Constable Zach. If he's diagnosed as nuts, will he have to be remanded in a loony bin? Possible murder weapon, a torch, still smoldering, which was in Darren Michaels' possession when apprehended. He is undergoing forensic examination. Deportation to USA not possible. Release of the suspect on bail on direction of the court. Dr. Winterbottom authorized as prime supervisory agent and point of referral. Good, and I've got 2 new goals already. Visit Victoria and see how she's doing, and let Murray know what I think. I'll write in the file so I don't forget. There are enough empty pages. Stash the remains of my diary away with it as well.
Wreszcie masz swój zeszyt. Paulinka, obecność. Boże, wreszcie masz dziennik. O, ale ładne. To nam przeczytał wszystko. Choć nie, czekajcie. Ogłoszenie zaginięcia przez Abbey Abraham Coyle. Poniedziałek 12:30. Ciało znalazł Spooner oraz Zap w zaroślach obok zrujnowanej latarni morskiej. Obrażenie 4 stopnia, jak również uderzenie w twarz i tępień nazięciem. Uderzenie bezpośrednio na miejsce zbrodni. Nie widać znaków przesuwania zwłok. Osoba przyszła do latarni dobrowolnie, tam została napadnięta. Oblano ją benzyną, a następnie podpalono. Ofiara widziana przez panią Pu w bibliotece, jak zwykle porządkowała książki. Tom Arkland, 16, widzi ofiarę podczas rozmowy z nieznanym mężczyzną w pobliżu biblioteki. 17:30 ofiara odwiedza sklep i potwierdza wizytę umówioną wcześniej na 20, aby obejrzeć razem film, jednak nie zjawia się o umówionej porze. Kiedy udaje się w kierunku lasu, przechodzi najpierw przez most. Świadek widział zdarzenie okien swojego pokoju nad zajazdem. Raport Straży Pożarnej z Ipswich. Otrzymanie anonimowego telefonu, wysłanie wozu strażackiego, przybycie na miejsce pożaru, pożar całkowicie ugaszony. Odnaleziono 3 ciała. Lady Eleanor, serce nie wytrzymało. Lokaj, zaczadzenie oraz kucharki Philly, oparzenie. Victoria Gordon cierpi na rozległe zatrucie czadem oraz została zabrana do szpitala. Podejrzenie o podpalenie zamku Black Mirror oraz zabójstwa. Wynikiem tych czynów są 4 ofiary. O Boże. Aresztowany Darren Michael z Bostonu w USA na podstawie podejrzenia o podpalenie zamku Black Mirror oraz zabójstwa. Wynikiem tych czynów są 4 ofiary. Eleanor Gordon, Edward Sally Wood oraz Amanda Ball. Lady Victoria Gordon nie mogła być przesłuchana. Wciąż jest w szoku. Została wypisana do szpitala na własne życzenie. Weryfikacja alibi Darrena Michaela. Brak konkretów. Pan Murray nie przypomina sobie, by widział Michaelsa w hotelu w czwartkowy wieczór. Fragment raportu. Czy byłeś w zamku tego wieczoru, kiedy zdarzył się pożar? Nie. Zatem czego szukałeś w okolicy o północy? Czym potrzebowałeś pomocy? Zakon mnie ścigał. Więc kto według ciebie jest właściwą osobą? Moja siostra. Czy ty ją tam wysłałeś? Nie. Została wtrącona w otchłań przez moją matkę. Ona poświęciła się dla mnie. Wywiad zawieszony. Status śledztwa. Możliwe narzędzia zbrodni. Deportacja nie jest możliwa. Czy Michael powinien być zatrzymany w przypadku diagnozy? Dlaczego Murray utrzymywał, że nie widział mnie w hotelu tamtej nocy, kiedy pani Bailey została zamordowana? To wierutne kłamstwo. Wieczorem pytałem go nawet o godzinę. Muszę odkryć, jaki miał motyw, aby złożyć fałszywe zeznanie. Dobra, jesteś w mieście. To idź do Murraya. No, tu jest pani doktor. To tu mieszka. Tu jest droga do lasu, widzę. Pub jest dalej zamknięty.
Tom would like to see me dead.
Tu nie można nigdzie iść. No mnie nie, to coś po twojej stronie, no.
Hello, doctor? Can I ask you a quick question?
A.
Dr. Winterbottom writes down a patient's dreams in the green books, but I haven't seen anyone else but me here yet. Strange. Today's newspaper. There are probably lots of new, unbelievable revelations about the arsonist in it. You could hardly call this straggle of flowers a bouquet. Whenever I'm here, the ashtray is full. Dr. Winterbottom smokes like a chimney. Perhaps she should be in therapy.
Nawet obecnie pali.
Dr. Winterbottom's notebook. Probably very revealing. At some point, she'll be able to write her memoirs with it. Dr. Winterbottom's lighter. Quite an expensive one. I guess it was a present. The famous psychiatrist's couch. Until now, I always thought it was a joke, but it's actually quite comfortable. My adoptive mother had a lamp like that. I always had fun hiding in it when I was a kid.
Boże, ona wszędzie ma popielniczki.
I wonder if the record of our discussions will end up in there. I wonder if the record of our... A Newton's cradle. The ball passes on its momentum to the next one, which passes it on to the next until it reaches the last one, which can't pass it on any further and is kicked into the air. A simple example of kinetic energy, but its only use is to work this toy. A Native American dream catcher. It's supposed to protect you from nightmares.
Nic więcej nie ma tutaj chyba. Ten kosz na śmieci. Kosz na śmieci tylko.
Doctor?
What's troubling you, Adrian?
Do you believe me?
Darren, Adrian, we've gone through this so many times before. Of course I believe you.
Then why am I still on the hit list?
I'm a doctor, not a judge. By the way, they rejected the assessment of your not being of sound mind.
Rejected? But what about the awful nightmares?
That kind of reaction is only normal, Adrian. If somebody suddenly revealed to me that I was descended from a long line of bloodthirsty murderers, I'd have nightmares too.
How come you ended up here in the first place?
A colleague of mine I'd known from my student days. A doctor. Heinz Hermann. Once worked here in the sanatorium. He was a friend of the Gordons. Then, 12 years ago, those dreadful murders took place. Heinz was one of the victims. I came here to give his family and the others a little spiritual support, and I'm still here. That's just how life goes sometimes.
Is it true that Spooner was sent here as a punishment?
Yes, I've heard that too.
What did he do then?
As far as I know, he overstepped his authority back in London, and that led to some guilty people getting off. Or maybe the other way round. However, I'm not exactly right in the picture with all this.
Oh, great. A bad-natured investigator who can't tell the difference between guilty and innocent. I couldn't have come up against a better guy. Get this. I've been released on bail.
Well, that's a good reason to celebrate.
I'm not quite so sure. The bail was paid anonymously. You know anything about that by any chance?
Anonymously? No. Who'd do something like that?
No idea. To be honest, I'd hoped you were behind it. You like living in Willow Creek?
Yes, I like the life and the people. It's like time stood still here.
And every few years, along comes some psycho and murders half a dozen locals.
Yes, well, compared to the murder statistics in London, it's a proper holiday here.
Do you see me as being an arsonist?
Judging by your nightmares, you do at least seem to have a violence-orientated imagination.
Yeah, but Stephen King has that too.
As far as I'm aware, he has never been under suspicion of an arson attack resulting in 3 dead.
Whose side are you actually on?
On your side, Adrian.
Good. I swear to you that I've only ever told you the truth.
There are as many truths as there are people, Adrian, and we still have to find yours.
I had a strange experience earlier. It was just like one of my nightmares, but this time I was awake. It was in the police station, just as I was wanting to pick up my stuff. I suddenly found I had awesome strength. I dragged the guy to me through the bars and rammed my pencil into his eye. Wham! Then it was all over. It was just so real. Scary.
You don't say.
Oh, great. So I'm cursed and possessed.
I was talking to a colleague about you the other day. She's how shall I put it? She understands alternative therapies.
What's that all about then? Drugs? Electric shock? Voodoo?
Hypnosis.
You're not serious.
It would at least be a possible way of finding out more.
Well, for my part, as long as you don't saw open the top of my skull. These sessions, how long are they supposed to continue for?
What do you mean?
Well, I've been coming here every day for the past 3 weeks, but I'm still having nightmares every night, and the assessment says I'm 100% fit.
We ought to try hypnosis.
And what's that supposed to do? You want to join in on my nightmares?
Let's just try it tomorrow. If we can get to your roots, then perhaps we'll understand what your dreams are trying to tell us.
Ooh, hipnoza.
Boo! That's what they want to tell us. The dreams, I mean. Well, okay then, Doc. If you think that this might help me in some way. Catch you later.
Take care.
Czy to było takie dodatkowe?
Willow Creek's Museum of Local History. The sign says Willow Creek Museum. Murray Hope. There's a poster hanging here. We're rebuilding for you. Soon will be even more spectacular. Experience the horror up close and personal. Reopening on the 1st of December. That's in a few days' time. There's a poster hanging.
Droga do hotelu. Mary, ty
Then
kłamco.
let's see what Murray's got to say in his defense.
Dokładnie. Jebany chuj. Dlaczego?
There are a few steps leading down behind the hotel. To the river, I reckon. There are a few steps leading...
Gdzie ona jest? Widzicie gdzieś wronę? Trzeba je znaleźć.
Definitely not drinking water. Wasting water like that wouldn't really be Murray's style. definitely not drink. Murray stating his patriotism. Gordon's Palace. I wonder if Murray even has the right to use that name.
Na pewno nie. A nie możemy tu przejść. Już nic nie ma. Ścieżka. Musimy wejść już do środka.
Ah, Mr. Michaels! Welcome back to Gordon's Palace. We missed you here.
How's that? The last time we saw each other was Thursday, 3 weeks ago, when you threw me out of the hotel.
Thrown out of the hotel? How did that happen then?
The thing with the sewers, the secret entrance in Angelina's room. That ring any bells?
Really? Oh yes, there was something. Ah, well, please excuse me. I did overreact a little. I hope you're not going to bear a grudge, though, Mr. Michaels. I'm very happy to make things up with you. You'll also understand that I couldn't hold your reservation for such a long period. Unfortunately, your room is occupied at the moment. But you can have another, a bigger, nicer one, for a small price, really. For such a room, a ridiculously tiny price.
So you've remembered then. Very good. Then please go right back to the police and tell them that you know exactly where I was on the evening that Miss Valley was murdered.
Was that the same day? Are you sure? Now, it may well have been. I don't pay much attention to that kind of thing. Why should I? It's really nothing to do with me.
You two-faced snake! I insist you march down to the inspector and tell him you want to change your statement.
Mr. Michaels, you're free. I don't understand your problem.
I'm only out on bail.
Oh, my congratulations. Oh, I'm sure that wasn't cheap. However, in spite of that, I still don't see why I should get involved with things that don't concern me.
You can't be serious. Thanks to you, I've just spent the past 3 weeks sitting in a cell as an innocent man.
Mr. Michaels, I really am extremely sorry, but I can't fulfill your request. My own credibility would be on the line if I were to simply change my mind. Unless...
Unless what? Come on, spit it out and quit playing around, you pathetic little blackmailer. Otherwise, I promise you that the murder series will continue. Here and now. No. Admittedly, I'd be the last one who's standing in your way. But a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, isn't that so? All the same, I would like a photo of you. Nothing sensational. Maybe somewhere in the woods with a knife in your hand. So they can send me straight into the madhouse. No way.
Okay, think about it. A watertight alibi for a tiny little amusing photo. It's not a bad exchange.
You are one nasty dirtbag, Murray. You know that?
I'll even give you a camera to take it with. My best one.
LOL.
Yeah. Does it still work using a lever?
It's a collector's piece. One of the first instant film cameras on the European market. An SX-70. And still in great condition, too. 15 years ago, a very well-groomed gentleman handed it over to me as a deposit in my pawn shop. He never picked it up again. So, you can say that I obtained it quite legitimately. And now, I entrust you with it. Pay attention, I'll tell you how it works.
That's okay. I'll work it out. If I choose to use it.
But that's not all. I've got another present for you. Here, a brand new rucksack.
LOL.
And free food and lodgings for as long as you wish, Mr. Michaels. Accept it as a peace offering and reparations for the trouble with the statement.
You really are a few cards short of a full deck.
Mr. Michaels, wait!
What do you want now?
Forget the woods. In front of the castle would definitely have much more impact. The photo, I mean.
And people think I'm crazy.
Okej. Muszę strychnąć fotkę dla Mureya, na której jak rzeźnik z zamku Black Marrow. I za jaką cenę, żeby ten kłamca wreszcie powiedział prawdę? Ale potrzebuję nóż.
This is information about all the attractions Willow Creek has to offer. The Murder Museum, the crime scene route including a flying visit to the pub, and a group photo in front of the castle. I don't really want to know anymore. Huh. Blackmere Castle in poster format. I wonder who would hang this kind of thing above their bed.
Ja.
A big trolley for the masses of baggage the tourists that flock through here have. The Willow Creek Telegraph. The guests need to be kept up to date with what the murderer is up to. Huh, what have we got here? Bloody greetings from the murder village. See Blackmere Castle and die. Hello and goodbye with the Gordons. Quite a one-sided. Murray, my favorite hotelier. Obliging, helpful, polite, and always on the lookout to A telephone. A telephone. A telephone. A telephone.
A telephone.
A bowl of apples. Probably poison.
Probably. Dostałeś jeszcze klucz?
My hotel key. Wow. A rucksack with a contorted image of my father's face on it. Whatever. I'll sue him for that later. First of all, let's...
Zapalniczka! Nóż! Oj!
A lighter with Samuel's face on it. I could probably laugh about it if it wasn't my own father.
Ja chcę mieć te wszystkie rzeczy. Chciałbym zapalniczkę z wizerunkiem Samuela Gordona.
One of Murray's merchandise articles.
I zakrwawiony plastikowy nóż też.
Great for Halloween, especially in combination with the Samuel Gordon mask.
Ale awesome.
Plastic soul key, check. Batteries, none. Murray tight ass, check. Empty. I don't think I still need the rucksack. I'll stash it in my hotel room while... A Polaroid camera. Murray gave it to me.
Biuro Mureya?
That's private. That's my office. There's nothing for you. That's my office.
O Boże. Pokój numer 2. Dobra, na tym kończymy. Dzięki. Zapisz. Hotel. Jacyś ludzie tu chodzą. Opuść grę. Także pa, dzięki. Mm.